Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We are playing in the Harbinger League with the Fall of Oriath expansion. And today we're gonna run the Merciless Labyrinth. Last episode we completed the final trial, so of course it makes sense to do Merciless Lab before we try to take on Kitava in Act 10. Because we get a 30% resistance penalty there, which is gonna make this even harder to do. I'm currently level 70. So I'm 2 levels over leveled.
The goddess is watching.
But yeah, this is definitely not easy. I've been running around the crew lab a couple times in between some episodes to get some of the enchantments on my gear. Of course, that's a level 55 area, so it's very easy to get into a habit where you're just breezing through the content, and you might even be doing some less responsible things, such as face tanking Izaro. Merciless Labyrinth does not allow you that luxury. Izaro hits like a truck. So yeah, trucks are really not good things to get hit by. In fact, this is my second try for the Labyrinth. I actually died in my second fight with Izaro here. Golden door. And that is the first, after the first trial I ended up with a vulnerability and a temporal change curse on me. So in the second encounter I both took more damage and I was slower. So if you're not already used to being very nimble and moving out of the way when he tries to hit you, you're gonna be even slower this time around. So for this attempt I'm definitely gonna try to take out those curse fonts first. And after that try to take out Izaro, rather than sticking to the strategy which I've been trying a lot in the crew lab, which is simply just murdering Izaro as quickly as possible in order to get bonus keys in the final phase. I mean, if you're just at a level that's not gonna help you all that much. Okay, let's not get hit by the traps, because they hurt. Oh god, they hurt. Make him stop hurting.
Where there's a golden key, there must be a golden door.
Okay, while we wait, we can level up this lovely bit. There is a advantage to doing the labyrinth twice in a row, and it is you do remember some bits of layout between areas. Not gonna remember all of it, but
Let the day dawn
some will help.
golden with possibility.
Okay, code location. That takes us to an exit with a reliquary. Wait, there's a Val Regalia. That's 2 sockets, but you can, of course, add more sockets to it. But Val Regalia is the top end energy shield armor, so they are worth paying a little bit of attention to. Because eventually that's what I'll end up switching to from the unique that I'm using now. Because, well, no, it's nice having the consecrated hit when I block, and 40% chaos resistance is of course quite a bit as well. But a well-crafted Val Regalia can have almost the same amount of chaos resistance, but then it will have a lot, and I mean a lot more energy shield on it. And some more elemental resist and things like that are going to help as well. Mirror Arrow, it's one of those drop only gems, that's why it was highlighted. It's nope, same category as added chaos damage and the enlighten and empower and things like that. Oh, look, there's a secret here, and there's a switch there. I didn't find this one before. Is this gonna be Fluffy that's gonna be in here, or is it gonna be a dark shrine in the back?
Orb of fusing.
We will find out. It's gonna be a mysterious dark shrine.
The pursuit of power can be a grotesque affair.
Okay. The heart quickens, the blood thickens. And I have no idea what that means. Could be that there's a specific unique or something that's gonna drop once we kill Azaro. Maybe? I don't know. We'll figure it out, or we won't. That's a bit about mysterious dark shrines. They are, well, mysterious. I think PoEDB probably has a list of all the phrases combined with whatever the heck they do. And there is something up top there, a poem that usually points us in the right direction. Poetry will guide your way in this game. And then there is a aspirant's trial ahead.
Oh, the weary traveler draws close to the end of the path.
Let's see. What's the... Oh, of course, this is the very first one.
It is the sovereign who empowers the scepter, not the other way round.
So, curse fonts. Let's see if we can do some distracting. Ow.
Stand your ground.
Okay, that's one taken out. That's the other one appearing. Just make sure I don't kill Azaro prematurely. Exactly. So putting the spell totem in the corner there means it's most likely to put skeletons next to those curse fonts, so we can just Dark Pact them into oblivion.
Joy, the great scepter of God shall fall.
Okay, it's gone.
Such resilience.
There we are.
Sweep the trappings of past emperors aside. Make your empire anew.
So we do have a leg up over my previous attempt, because I no longer will be cursed in the second fight. And yeah, no, the warning that Azaro is still dangerous as a heck on the merciless attempt of the labyrinth. That one has been fairly well delivered. Of course, you know, you get into the habit of just doing labyrinth when you're at the right level, as you would expect to be able to do. But yeah, this one is definitely a bit of a challenge compared to some of the earlier ones. Okay, find a poem, so that's good. Ooh. You are hiding in the corner there. Let's murder you. Like that. We already have enough flasks as it is. And what is this gonna give us? One exit into the sanatorium halls. And there's a forgotten reliquary here. So this is gonna be the next trial. a strong box. What's in the box? Mirrored item, stream of monsters, ignites me when activated. Sure, I can undo that. So, and once we get going, they don't really stand a chance anymore. Oh yeah, stream of monsters, so they keep popping in. And we're just gonna move on. So before, hey, Rogue Exile in the back. But Aurelio, Void Singer. And there you go. So before the 3.0 changes in Merciless difficulty, the Labyrinth was pretty tricky. And Izaro definitely punched quite a bit above his weight. So it was not uncommon to do him at like level 75 or something. And once you got some decent gear from
When
mapping.
the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. To entertain doubt is to dance with death.
Always felt a little odd to me that you wouldn't do things in the order you encountered them, but it's nice that things are better aligned that way now.
Slowness lends strength to one's enemies.
Okay. Statues.
Show me your resolve.
Ah yeah, I just have to keep damaging them to keep them low. Oh, yeah, and of course things hurt quite a bit. I think here the use case is simply to just go for Izaro.
Death and loyalty. By the goddess, what ambition. Wisdom is the offspring of suffering and time.
Oh, there's actually something to that. Okay, there's gonna be 2 branches from this point. Okay, that's supporting my minions. Okay. Okay, there's the poetry. Well, let's assume it's going to be towards this side. Oh, actually, it's going to be both sides. It's there's 2 exits, so both sides are going to have 1 exit. Okay, feels like there's something interesting over to our right here. Let's have a quick look. Divine Life Flasks, they are useful. Just add another 1 to the collection. Titanium Spirit Shields. I believe these are the ones with the highest amount of energy shields, though I prefer to use one that is a tier or 2 less. It's only like 10 energy shield less that you get from it, but it gives you, I think, up to 20 or 25 spell damage, which of course is pretty nice since it stacks with all the other modifiers we already have to spell damage. So I have no idea what's behind here, but I want it, just simply because it's there. Okay, port in the army, then we'll just take this out. And then of course the cooldown for the teleport is still up, so I couldn't repeat the trick. Aha, I overlooked a bit in the middle there. Tricky, sneaky. Well done. Another Dark Shrine.
Pursuit of power can be a grotesque affair.
Okay. It's another one of those things that is not really... Oh, be twice blessed, it says. So could that be that we get 2 enchants at the end of the run? Which would of course be rather lovely. So that looks like a big hole in the wall. I can't remember if Fluffy was already in the Merciless Lab or whether we have to go to the endgame lab for him. Fluffy being Argos, the pet of his RO. I always call him Fluffy. It is a fitting name. Okay, so silver cash, but the way forward is just gonna lead us over there. Well, in all fairness, the encounter with Argos is a tricky one, because Argos is immune to basically everything except for damage, so it's pretty difficult to crowd control him. It's no, some of the used to at least be also immune to the damage over time effects. So you couldn't ignite him, couldn't poison him, couldn't bleed him, things like that. That might have gotten overhauled due to the damage over time components not being as strong anymore as they used to be. That's
Enjoy your little treat, my dear Argos.
Fluffy. Yay. So, Enrages Unwavering can't be frozen. He lost all of his other things. And I think Unwavering means you can't stun him. But of course we have just a raw amount of damage. Just flame dashing around a little bit to get my damage bonus to stack. And there we are. Loyal to the end.
You killed my poor little Argos.
Yep, I did. And I got a whole bonus key for that. Lovely. I think this is the first time I've done Argos in probably 2 or 3 leagues. I've always been just unlucky in not finding him anymore. But in a minion build like this, well, there's not a lot you could do. Because the minions are sturdy. They're really freaking sturdy. Necrosilks, it's an outdated one, right? But still more useful than a Reaver sword is to me. Oh, wait. Inventory Tetris. I can still play that game. Oh, silver coin. You know what, Reaver sword, you're too large anyway. Bye bye. And for an item that I'm just gonna end up turning into orbs over into alchemy shards. Not even gonna be an orb, it's just gonna be a shard. It's just not worth picking up almost.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those promises.
Okay, so 1 coin and a treasure key. So we have no additional bonuses in the final fight for Exile. It means he's going to be in a plain vanilla form. So I only get a single key. But it means it will be easier to survive. So there is the trade-off. Okay, razor blades and those step on them, wait a second, get spiked.
The Empire
Traps.
awaits you with open jaws.
No slowdown darts, that is lovely. Okay, so put down the totem behind him.
Give up yourself.
Teleportal. And he's gone.
Tyranny is inescapable.
But the thing that no, this the fact that I actually had to do this on my second run because I died on the first one, it did drive home the point that it doesn't really matter if you are doing a lot of damage. If you're standing still too much and you're not moving enough, then you are still open to just getting burst down rather rapidly. And even though I have effectively 5,500 points of health, it's going to be gone really quickly if you don't keep moving and if you leave yourself open for attack. Lovely. I always enjoy it when I get a bunch of currency. All of them, yes. Good, and then there's just some blue stuff. Okay, so I think we got 2 uses of the font. Okay. Or not. Okay, gloves, boots or helmet. I think I'm gonna go for the helmet. Just because I don't have anything on there yet. And I've been unlucky with my boots. 10% increased shield charge attack speed. Well, that is rather not useful, but luckily we have another one, so we can just use it again. So, go Dark Shrines. Enchant. 10% of burning arrow physical damage gained as extra fire damage. Helmet enchants are really hit or miss. It's very, very rare that you actually get one for the skill that you are actually using. But yeah, that was just a nice little diversion. The real reason why we're here is of course the Altar of Ascendancy. And we now have 2 more Ascendancy points. So, for normal we picked up Mistress of Sacrifice, so we could benefit from Bone Offering. For Cruel we picked up Commander of Darkness, so we got 20% to all elemental resistances from simply having our Discipline aura up. And 30% increased damage and 3% attack and cast speed for me and my allies. Now we're gonna go for Spirit Eater. Gets us 2 additional corpses from Desecrate, which is on the cast when damage taken, so it's gonna trigger often enough. Minions deal increased damage. I get increased damage if I've consumed a corpse recently, and my cast speed goes up for each corpse I have consumed recently. And along the way, we're gonna get more minion damage bonuses. So the army of minions, that is already quite a force to be reckoned with, is only gonna get stronger. And on top of that, I will be even stronger as well. One of the nice side effects of the Desecrate creating now 5 corpses rather than 3 is that whenever Bone Offering triggers and consumes those corpses, it's gonna last for another full second. Closer to 2 seconds by now due to all the duration effects that I am stacking. But that does conclude this run through the labyrinth. It was 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Probably if you would do it and you wouldn't be talking as much as I do, you could do it under 20 minutes. That is no problem. So you now have our 3rd mastery or our first ascendancy bonus, which means we are ready to take on the remainder of Act 10. So that's going to be next time. So for now, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next episode. Bye bye.